Alrighty, if you guys are out there, we're going to go ahead and start again. Hopefully you can hear us, and we're going to get started. We just had some lunch. We had some great discussions on time and some different things. Shannon, do you have any comments on time and some of the things that we were talking about possibly?
Yeah, time, elements of time is so neat, and the more you get into it, you see it's so customizable already. Basically, if you have an idea for your need, which is neat, I mean, you kind of made this connection in the car, but you've talked about how cool will it be when we have the ability for you to go in and set up what you want and call it what you want and create your own buttons, but essentially that functionality already exists in elements of time. Like, go in, set it up, call it what you want, put underneath it what you want to track, connect it with what you want to connect it with. It's already alive and living in elements of time.
Awesome. So just as a recap, earlier today we were talking about elements of time and doing scheduling and calendar events and different things like this. What Shannon and I were talking about over lunch is these master time templates. Basically, we allow you to set up these types of time. So we have two different things. You have types and functions. And basically what happens is that your types deal with the name, sewing classes, sewing projects. We did some also for delivery times or appointments, or those are what we call your type, okay? And then basically what you do is as you get in here, so for instance, our sewing classes, we decided we needed certain functions. Yep, nope, whatever. We didn't need any specific subs or anything like that, okay? These are your functions of time. And then we were setting up these types. However, the other one, if we click on edit on this one, we only needed certain pieces and we wanted more of the billable side of it. But we definitely wanted some subs, and so it was literally like doing Legos, like stacking little pieces, if you will, onto the puzzle. And so that's kind of cool. The other thing that's cool with elements of time that we haven't really talked about is eventually we would love to get Adilas to this level. So right here, we don't have a whole lot on our calendar right now. We have two walk-in events, okay? Looks like the custom suit job and the custom vest job. But one of the cool things was we actually determined that there's a number of different layers. So watch this. We're currently on the calendar view. If I hit time slot, it now actually shows me broken by day. Because we're on months, it's going to walk through the whole thing. So if I went clear down to like, are we on week 3 right now? I don't even know. Probably week 4. Week 4. Basically, here's my little time slot views. They don't have an ending time, no start time, so they're way up here in the generals. But otherwise, they would have been listed in the particular element of time and such. What I wanted to do as well is really quick show you some of the grouped options of what we had. If you do grouped, boom, it goes down through there, and all of a sudden we only have something on the 25th. It kind of shows you like, hey, I have a couple sewing projects, and they're all assigned to demo, and like it's kind of more of a grouped view of it. The other thing that's really cool is the detailed mode. So if you switch to details, all of a sudden you can see a little bit more of who's doing what and what's going on, and like the important thing is the calendar, the time slot, the grouped, and the details. We were talking how cool it would be if you actually had invoices on a calendar view. Wow, most of my sales happen on Mondays. Most of my, like I'm really heavy on Fridays and Saturdays. You probably already know that, but like a calendar view and showing invoices and sales and different totals and stuff. Or time slots. Wow, of your Friday, what is it that actually hits fastest? We have a rush in the morning, and then we have this, like breaking it into that time slot element. Grouped is like your general things. We already have a number of grouped reports, but basically, what did I sell today? What's going out the door? For instance, if I go home and I go to my history homepage, just as a for instance, boom, here's kind of like a historical, this is a grouped report, okay? And then if you wanted to go deeper from this, you can literally say, click, let's go in deeper, or whatever you needed to do. You wanted to see just the sub dates and times? You wanted to see just the invoices, just the whatever, like you can go deeper. Like these are all grouped reports. Okay, here's some of the different things that we sold today, etc., etc. These are all groups, okay? So that's where you get into the calendar, the time slot, the group, and then the detail view actually deals with stuff like this. Click. Look at all these details you can get into as far as that type of a level. So some of the other pieces don't have the time slot or the calendar view, but guess what? We've already put a little teaser out there. This little calendar that's in the top right corner, if you click on it, you'll notice that it says Get Calendar and generally shows you a 3-month span. You can change it to whatever you want it. Say you want it to see a whole year, January through December. You can change it to whatever you want. You say Get the mini calendar. Here's January, Feb, March, April, May, etc. It kind of just rolls the whole thing together. The other piece that's completely grayed out right now is pick what you would like to see. What if you were able to use a calendar view, say that you are just dealing once again with September and September. So here's your September, but you actually picked what you wanted to see on your calendar. I'd like to see all my invoices and all my expenses and all my this and that. Potentially, and this is just futuristically, but imagine if you could even run your financials and your balance sheet and stuff like that, okay? So balance, 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 oh, out of balance, 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 or whatever it might be, or maybe you get out of balance and it keeps it out of balance until you fix it. But then you're basically able to be like, click, I'm just going to go right here and fix my pieces. I have a piece of candy in my mouth in case it sounds a little funny, but it's all good. Okay, the other cool thing is imagine if you could even do it to a time level. Like, I'm kind of going off on a light tangent here, but I just wanted to kind of express what would happen here. So say you were in balance and in balance and in balance, and all of a sudden on Wednesday the 4th you were out of balance. Well, if you clicked on that, ideally what you would do is the exact same thing as what happens here. Okay, so if you're at the time homepage, click. Say we found that we were out of balance right here. You drill down deeper and you say, okay, of this day, what happened where? Okay. Oh, I'm balanced to the hour. Good, good. Oh, all of a sudden I came out right here at 1:30 p.m. Okay. I know there's no data here, but like literally I kind of wanted to show you how you could virtually balance it clear down to this level. And then you could be like, okay, what happened at 1:30? So instead of looking at the whole month as a big giant block, once again, like, so if you have all of these dates and you're trying to like figure out, here's the normal, okay, the normal way that people do their accounting, they run on an entire month, end of the month, they need to close it out. Look how much time went underneath the bridge. They're making all sorts of adjustments, all kinds of stuff. So if we could balance you per day, and then if you found a problem and you went into it, and we actually went into a little even deeper level, into the time level, that's where we think that it would be really awesome. So Elements of Time has a bunch of neat little pieces of the puzzle, but these little levels, calendar, time slot, grouped, and details, I would love to see this cascade clear throughout all of Adilas, every single section. Invoices, show me a calendar of invoices. Expenses, show me the calendar of expenses. You know, whatever it might be. Customer logs, show me what I logged on my calendar. Okay, to the time slot level. Oh, wow, looks like I was major heavy on the phone at such and such a time. Because like it all kind of gets detailed into that level. It's just a matter of how things work. And so that's just kind of a light precursor, and that's kind of where we would like to head with it. But imagine having those 4 levels for every single major piece of the puzzle. That would be super, super cool. Deposits. What got deposited on what date? Can I see it on a calendar? Can I do this? We've already kind of prepped it in a way by adding this teeny little button saying, wow, imagine if you could just pick and tell me which ones you want. Because everything has a date already. It already does. We already pull it back into historical things. It's just a matter of how we want to show it and represent it. So that's kind of some futuristic goals and ideas and such.